Hey everyone, welcome back to PMLearn, the place where we break down complex project management concept into simple, actionable steps that help you lead high performance teams. Let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever worked under a boss who micromanaged every single click of your mouse? Or maybe you have experienced the opposite, a manager who was a hands off, they practically vanished, leaving the team in complete chaos. Leadership can make or break a project, and when it comes to Agile and Scrum, picking the wrong style is the number one reason teams fail. In today's masterclass, we are diving deep into the different spectrums of leadership, the highly preferred supporting leadership style, and the ultimate psychological models that govern team motivation, theories X, Y, and Z. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to guide your team to massive success. If you are preparing for your Scrum Master certification or simply want to be a better leader, hit that subscribe button, turn on notification, and let's dive right in. Alright, let's jump on to our first slide. We are talking about leadership styles and motivation theories with the context of Scrum. To make this practical, we are going to use real-world industrial examples so you can see exactly how these theories function in real life. Let's begin with part 1. The spectrum of leadership in any organization. Leadership style vary depending on the situation, the complexity of the project, and the maturity of the team. Let's look at the traditional and directive style first. On screen, you can see three classic rigid leadership styles. First, we have the autocratic style. This is where the leader makes decisions entirely on their own with zero team input. Example, think of a submarine captain in a military emergency or a head chef in a high-stress kitchen during a rush. There's no time for a sprint planning session when the kitchen is on fire, but in Scrum, if a Scrum Master behaves like an autocrat, the team stops thinking for themselves and innovation dies instantly. Second is the task-oriented and directing style. Here, the leader literally tells the team, you do task A on Monday using the specific tool, don't ask questions. Example, think of a traditional factory assembly line. While highly efficient for repetitive tasks, this completely crushes the self-organization that Scrum projects require. And finally, we have Laissez-Faire, the ultimate hands-off approach. Example, imagine a creative design agency where the manager tells the designer, just build something cool, see you in a month. While it sounds like absolutely freedom, it almost always leads to what Scrum calls anarchy, because there are no shared goal, no alignment, and no structure. It's like sailing a ship with no rudders. Now let's step up the maturity curve to more collaborative styles, delegating and coaching. A delegating style is highly effective when you have a super competent, experienced team. You as a leader step back from daily micro decisions and trust them with planning and execution. Example, imagine NASA launching a rover. The flight director delegates key system designs to specialized aerospace engineers on the floor because they are the absolute experts. In Scrum, this works beautifully during a sprint when the team is highly mature. Then we have the coaching style. This is a powerful active style where you provide high level directions but focus your energy on listening, encouraging, and moving roadblockers. Example, think of legendary sports coaches. They don't run onto the field or kick a ball for the player. Instead, they stand on the sidelines, build the player's confidence, analyze tactics, and guide them through movement of uncertainty. In Scrum, this is a core capability when a team is learning to self-organize. This brings us to a part 2 of our masterclass, supporting leadership. In Scrum, this isn't just a style, it is the style. If you want to be a world-class Scrum Master, you must master the art of being a supportive leader, often referred to as a servant leader. Larry Spears identified 10 distinct traits of highly effective supporting leaders. Let's look at the first 4 core traits on screen. Internet listening. Supporting leaders don't just wait for their turn to speak. They listen deeply to what is said and what isn't said to understand the team's hidden struggles. Unconditional empathy. They assume team members have good interactions even if a sprint fails or a bug makes it to production. They treat people with respect, separating a performance issue from a person's worth. Healing and self awareness. They help heal broken team dynamics. If a conflict breaks out between a developer and a product owner, a supporting leader steps in to mind that relationship. Precursive power. They never say do this because I am your boss. Instead, they use logical influence and consensus to guide the team. Continuing with Spear's traits, let's explore how a supporting leader drives strategy and long-term team growth. First, conceptualization. A great Scrum leader can zoom out. While the developers are focused on writing code for a specific button today, the supporting leader keeps the big visionary product goal in front of them. Second, foresight and growth. Supporting leaders use lessons from past sprints to anticipate future risks like scope creep or team burnout. Moreover, they are deeply committed to the personal and professional growth of their team. They don't just want the project to succeed, they want the people to grow. Example, if a junior developer on your team wants to learn a new cloud architecture, a supporting leader actively secures budget or time during the sprint for them to take that certification. Lastly, stewardship and building community. A supporting leader acts as a steward of the team's trust and works tirelessly to build a sense of community within the workspace. They create a psychological safety net where team members support one another. Now that we understand leadership behaviors, let's look at the psychological engineers behind them. Why do people work? What drives them to exect? Let's dive into the legendary organizational models Theory X, Theory Y, and Theory Z. On this side, we map out how these motivation theories align with a modern agile workspace. If you operate under Theory X, you believe that people are inherently lazy, hate work, and must be focused or quit to perform. This mindset leads directly to heavy micromanagement and command and control cultures. In Agile, Theory X is toxic. It completely destroys self-organization. Conversely, Theory Y assumes that people are naturally active, self-motivated, and want to do a great job. They seek out responsibility when gives the right environment. Scrum is built entirely on Theory Y. Finally, Theory Z, introduced by William Auchi and Abraham Maslow, takes it a step further. It emphasizes long-term job security, mutual trust, and the holistic well-being of the employer, both on and off the job. When a company adopts Theory Z, it creates an unbreakable bond of loyalty. To make this crystal clear, let's compare all 3 modules side by side on this table. Theory X relies on coercion and strict supervision. It has a severe conflict with Agile because it assumes your developers can't be trusted. Theory Y relies on participative management and empowerment. This is highly aligned with Scrum, forming the very foundation of self-organizing dev teams. Theory Z focuses on trust, stability, and holistic employee well-being. It is fully supported in Agile organization because it fosters deep psychological safety. Example of Theory Y and Z is look at companies like Spotify or Pixar. They don't monitor their engineers every keystroke. Instead, they provide autonomous team spaces, emphasize work harmony, trust their staff to build amazing products, and offer deep career development path. The result? Some of the most innovative and profitable products on earth. And that wraps up our deep dive into leadership styles and motivation theories. As a Scrum Master, product owner, or project owner, your goal is to transition away from directive theory X behaves and move firmly into supporting theory Y and theory Z leadership. Build a community, listen to your team, use personas, and watch your project outcomes skyrocket. Now, I want to hear from you. What is the worst theory X style management experience you have ever faced in your career? Or have you been lucky enough or work with a true supporting leaders? Let me know your story in the comment section below. I personally read and reply to every single comment. If you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up. Share it with your project manager peers, and don't forget to subscribe to PMLearn for more premium agile training. Until next time, keep learning, keep innovating, and keep delivering. I will see you in the next video.